Hey everybody, it's Cole. I am here with Narada Antonio Owens. How you doing?
I'm doing great. How are you?
I'm doing fantastic. So talk to me about Brain Bros and what you're all about.
Well, Brain Bros is a more formal and structured, I guess, lifestyle and regimen to what I was just doing before. I was like this artist, persona as Brain Bros. But basically, it's a way to, live the lifestyle of an artist, interpret the world around you, and storytell through the art. And you can share. Even in the logo, it's meant to represent idea sharing, message sharing, uh, conversation starting, basically combating ignorance with, knowledge and connection and community.
Hmm.
So, yeah.
Immerse is built on the belief that artists have the ability to transform communities. It sounds like you resonate with that.
Yes, that's one of the things that drew me to Immerse Fest. Even when I walked around and didn't know what it was as a local passing by, when I saw a giant ball pit several years ago.
Well, tell me how you view your art as a transformational vehicle.
I see it as cathartic. There'll be things I'll be going through. Uh, take 2020 for example. A lot of stuff happened that year. We had COVID, we had George Floyd, and I'm actually wearing this shirt with different prolific writers and whatnot. And instead of wanting to throw a brick through a business, and protest in a violent or negative manner, I decided to take a recently viewed Hamilton and turn their Guns and Ship song into a Frederick Douglass style song about freedom and all that stuff. So
Yeah, so that's
the
one of the
energy doing
things.
that was much better than anything, negative or destructive.
Yeah, that creative work is one of the things that you're bringing to Immerse this year. Talk to me about what that experience is like. What artistic disciplines does it entail? What
uh,
will people experience with that?
well, it's gonna pull different disciplines in because I had a dance background before getting into this more writing, storytelling format now. And so I'll get to pull in flash mob elements. You'll get to see some dancing, some singing, some acting. And true to the name of the festival, it's going to be really immersive because it's going to be right out there in the streets. And yeah,
Yeah. You your artist concept name is Brain Bros. There's that's plural. Will we experience you as a solo artist at Immerse, or you got bringing people along with you?
we have some people I'm bringing along, and so it's Brain Bros because at the minimum it's me and all of my different personalities and crazy ideas, and then at the maximum it's whoever I'm collaborating with at that time for that project. So we have some entities that some people might recognize from the past and some new people, and also an opportunity for the community themselves to be involved as well. I actually just posted before this interview a reel about that, so people can find that later
And what's
if
your
they want to get
Instagram?
involved. Yeah, yeah.
What is the handle?
So Brain Bros Productions, and the logo looks the same as the two little brain clouds with the rainbow.
Talk to me about your creative process. It sounds like that you were inspired by that piece from Hamilton and you've kind of adapted it into your own thing. Talk to me about that.
Yeah. It's kind of it reminds me of like Weird Al, how he would take a popular song, but then just change all the lyrics up. And I guess it would be like a parody rendition because I'm not really poking fun at it or anything. I'm definitely inspired by it. And I love the fast rap flow because there's some other songs in the musical that don't have that speed of rap. And that was one of the things that I saw as a challenge. Like any live performance, that's got to be like, props to the person that gets through all the bars in one breath or like doesn't trip up. So that was always impressive. And I'm so sorry, I lost track of the question there.
Your creative process, taking this
Thank
song
you.
from
Yeah.
Hamilton and modifying it to another creative expression. what
Yeah,
are
I just
the so what is that modification? Obviously, Hamilton has things that it's saying about its own time historically. It's also
right,
saying some things about like, today's reality, and that song even maybe is a decade old. So how have you
right.
updated that to have something to say about our lives now?
Well, this song will be themed about Frederick Douglass and set more in like the his era of what he was. It's kind of autobiographical, I guess. And even creating that, I knew I had the template of Guns and Ships, but that I needed to get like all new source material. So even the researching of stuff, of looking up things, reading some books, the narrative of the life of Frederick Douglass is a good one. I may have gotten the words chopped up there. Um, but then even deciding like, do I want to tell this story chronologically, like a history lesson? Because the song is meant to be like educational rap. So you've got history lesson in there. You've got a lot of vocabulary words, um, names, dates, places. And the idea was to just have a very fun educational packet in the format of a rap song. Was I guess the intention behind that.
Nice.
And yeah, so
Talk to me a little bit about these street interviews. Where are they happening? What's the intent? What's that like?
well, for a long time I did rides, and I'm actually
Rides like
self-retired
Uber.
when I hit like Uber rideshare rides, yeah,
Yeah.
Uber or Lyft. And once I reach 10,000, which the goal is to reach that before Immerse, so that people can hopefully sign my car and do this big celebratory thing, which I'll get more into that later. But to backtrack a little bit, uh, the driving and the stories all came to be just from the artist in me. I was like, it's an interesting time. We're not doing this 20 years ago, and who knows what it's going to look like 20 years from now. A lot of rides, a lot of stories, but I never really got to do like that taxi cab confession or like street interview style thing. So I thought Immerse was a phenomenal opportunity to pivot in that direction. Um, so yeah, it'll be an opportunity for patrons to walk up. I'm going to set up a link so people can sign up like a booking calendar, time slots that they can show up. But I would love for the other artists as well to tap into this platform and opportunity because they can shout out their own installations, where it's going to be at, what time it's going to be, you know, a 30-second blurb, basically, the elevator pitch. They can talk about what they're doing as well. Because I want my platform to exist as both a playground for me and my ideas and a safe space for other artists and creatives to, bounce their stuff off as well. So,
Beautiful. That's one of the things I love so much about Immerse. Obviously, there's like these big things that are happening on stages, but there are also these like intimate moments where there's almost sometimes a one-on-one experience with someone's creative
right.
work, an artist's creative work. It sounds like this is a little bit like that. What do you hope happens when people, you know, get in your Uber?
When I do a reenactment of a ride pickup, uh, we'll go through a little scripted prompt, almost like you're at the beginning of a ride in a theme park.
Mm-hmm.
But then we'll get into some questions. They'll have an opportunity to ask me anything they want. I'm going to ask probably the top 5 questions that I recall from like COVID era. There's a lot of people in the quarantine that formally define themselves by their jobs and their work. And when you took that away, we had all these. I was literally just sitting in a car witnessing people have identity crises. And so some of the conversations were phenomenal. And I kind of want to recreate that feeling and tap into that. So like you were saying, an intimate moment, where people look past what they do for work and who they want to be as a human being.
Yeah. I do feel like in the last 5 years, life feels a little bit more relationally distant. Um, I think
Yeah.
hopefully all of us still have those people who are close to us, but kind of that third ring of people that were kind of acquaintances in our lives. I feel like there's a little bit of difference in that in our lives these days. What do you hope happens in those one-on-one moments, as you have those conversations?
I want people to be reminded of connection and community.
Hmm.
And more than just be reminded of it, the experience of the installation can be a call to action to kind of pay that forward and connect with someone in a real and physical and tangible way that, like you said, we've kind of slipped away from. Yeah.
Yeah.
I also have a CD player in my car, so I'm gonna have old school like CDs that people can go on like nostalgia trips and just do that whole thing. You remember when we
Flip
had them
through
like
the
over the visor?
pages. Oh yeah, up on the visor, you
Exactly.
pull it out.
Yeah, you'd
You
have
could
like
just
12 over the visor,
see like half an inch sticking out. You knew exactly
right?
what CD it was.
Exactly. And it's like if you had a six CD changer, you were like boss level.
No doubt. Put it on
So yeah, we're gonna
random.
take it back because the car's a 2016, so
Okay,
it's an older
nice.
car. We got the CD player in there.
Nice. What are some of the things that you've experienced at Immerse, whether as a artist or as a
Mm.
patron, that you found to be meaningful?
The ball pit that I mentioned earlier just brought out the inner like Chuck E. Cheese kid in me, you know.
Totally.
I was like, what's going on here? And and the fact that there's elements you can just see for free. You could just be a local living, you know, in an apartment, a condo, or a house in the area and just walk to it. But I definitely want to check out like that opened up the avenue of wanting to explore Immerse more because now I want to check out some of these other installations or VIP services and offerings. Anything that involves food as well,
Yeah,
because
no
I'm
doubt.
just a foodie.
Yeah.
Uh, and then last year, I got to collaborate with a fellow artist. I think we both know as well, Steph Ansley. And she had a strolling piano bit and she was going to debut a song and she wanted me to come in and collaborate and choreograph like a flash mobby type element that was beautiful. It had like kids and adults alike involved. And that was a lot of fun.
Hmm.
Our space was open at the time. So I also had an opportunity to run around the corner and do like a 30-minute bit for my Fringe show coming up for Brain Bros Presents Uber Chronicles. That's actually retiring from Fringe this year, Orlando Fringe. I'm taking that to other Fringes this year. And that's why Immerse was a great opportunity and timing to shift into this like street interview element, you know?
Yeah.
So I love that.
Cool. One of the things I love to ask people about is what are the artists, venues, experiences that you would want like people who hear this or see this to go and check out? Not at Immerse, just like in town.
Like in general in town,
Yeah.
spots that echo that same sentiment of community connectedness. So there's a lot of spots off Mills, got some live music places, open mics, comedy, spoken word, uh, various coffee shops. I have some stickers that I place around at different places. Um, and from time to time, I do pop up like scavenger hunts.
Mm-hmm.
So it's a way for me to connect the community, locals, and also these local businesses that I like to go to, and maybe I work there creatively, or you know, or I really love something on their menu or something. And yeah, just get people like reconnecting, you know.
Yeah. Fantastic. Well, we're looking forward to experiencing the Uber Chronicles one-on-one in-car experience, some of your music. You're doing some freestyle too? Is that happening?
Yeah. I think to draw the crowd in, I'll just start, you know, Harry Mack styles, just freestyling what I see around me. People realize, oh, he's talking about my kid in the stroller or whatever,
Yeah.
you know.
Awesome.
And then really once I get them in, do the chains and whips Frederick Douglass thing, and then wrap with kind of demoing the street interview. And then that kind of will fizzle out. People can do their thing. And then we can kind of start doing the scheduled interviews after that. But also anybody who comes up and does an interview, we have things we're giving away. We got stickers, different prizes. I have new merch that I just ordered, Brain Bros fans. And I have markers so you can sign my car. I would love for the car to be filled and graffitied with signatures and doodles and drawings all over it by the end of the weekend. That would be amazing.
I'm sure we can make that
That's the,
happen.
that's
That's
the goal.
fantastic. And then it gets to drive around the city. People see it.
Yeah,
It remains
I'll go on
like
Sunday around Lake Eola.
Awesome. Yeah. It's like a little artifact of Immerse, like still driving the streets. That's great.
Exactly. Until the
Awesome.
cops tell me to take it off or something.
I'm sure you'll be fine. All
Yeah.
right. Well, thanks for letting us know what you're bringing to Immerse. We're so grateful to have you as part of it, and we can't wait to see you in downtown.